Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Lukiadas. And today we're going to be playing some more Kirby in the Forgotten Land plus Star-Crossed World. And more specifically, we're going to be playing some more Star-Crossed World. Sorry for the wait on this one. How do we get to the... Is there like levels? Oh yeah. This is how we did it, I remember. We're on level 4 out of... I don't know how many levels, like 12? Probably, something like that. Because it looks like there's 2 levels for each world. And there's 6 worlds in this game. You know what other game I've been thinking about trying to review for this channel? Face Raiders. I know it's a stupid little freebie on the 3DS. No, I almost said 3DS shop, just on the 3DS in general. I know it's like a little freebie, but you know what? I thought it'd be pretty cool if I did that. How do we get up here? I'm still figuring this out. Alright, good. We had to destroy all those things in order to get it. Honestly, I haven't really been playing that much Splatoon 2. I mean, Splatoon 3, or well, definitely not Splatoon 2 since 3 is out, but... yeah, I haven't really been playing that much Splatoon 3. Even though I already got it, but... I might play it just as, like, for fun. I don't know if I still want to do videos for Splatoon 3. To be honest with you, I don't know if I had, like, the most fun with that, but... you know, Splatoon 2, pretty good option. Can we drill underneath this? No. Okay, do we... okay, yeah, we gotta... this is how we do it, we hop over this. I just renewed my Switch Online expansion pack a couple days ago because it ran out. And I know there's a Kirby GBA game. I think it's Return or Nightmare in Dreamland or something like that. No, we don't want that. Okay, we barely survived that. Yo, we almost died. We barely outlived that. But yeah, as I was saying, I want to try out the GBA Kirby games. Because I haven't really played that many GBA games besides... the only one I owned as a kid was, like, the Clone Wars, and I played it on my DS Lite. Do we go back out this way? What was the point in that? I don't even remember. Do we need a key to get into this? Alright, let's look around for something that could help us. What about this? Awesome little challenge. But yeah, I renewed my Switch Online expansion pack. I want to play Kirby's Return to Nightmare in Dreamland, I think. And then I think there was the other one. The other Kirby GBA game that had the same style as, I think, oh, The Amazing Mirror, I think that's what it's called. Maybe I'll try and find, like, a physical copy on eBay or something. But how has my life been going otherwise? Pretty much just like school and work. Work's not bad, although my job is pretty simple. I just serve food to other people at my school. They'll be like, "Hey, can I get some chicken tenders?" They're eating up the chicken tenders. We'll always refill it, and then someone's like, "Can I have more?" But it's like, we keep running out, and so they have to make a bunch of extras. But yeah, I could easily say the chicken tenders are the most popular menu item. But yeah, I definitely want to branch out this channel and talk more about than just playing games. I want to like make videos discussing games. Like, I think I mentioned before, Face Raiders. It's just a small little eShop freebie, eShop, actually not eShop game, but like it was included with the 3DS. And I do want to make a video talking about that sometime, although I don't have that much experience with like video editing except iMovie for like school projects and stuff. But yeah, some of my other inspirations, definitely Scott the Woz, if you guys have seen that guy. I love that guy so much. He has a second channel called Scott's Stash. I'd recommend checking it out. Where it's like, his main content is more like, he'll focus on like a single topic. And I guess his side content can also be like that, but it's like, in Scott's Stash, he focuses more on, how do I describe it? It's more like relaxed. It's less like edited, I guess, with fancy edits, and it's more so just focusing on like more like discussion about topics and telling like personal stories about things. And I definitely would recommend checking it out. One of the videos I just watched from him was he made videos about all of the, oh, I'm not paying attention, all of the Nintendo DS's and all of the Nintendo 3DS's, and why the Nintendo DS, one video is called Why the Nintendo DS Just Wouldn't Die. Basically back in like 2011, 2012, when the 3DS came out, Nintendo started putting a lot more support into the DS. Basically, they had like Pokemon Black and White came out not long after the 3DS came out, which is pretty understandable because Pokemon Black and White, you know, I think he even said in the video, not to like copycat or like plagiarize what he said, but I think he said something along the lines of like, you know, like it makes sense why Pokemon Black and White, the first Black and White that is, would come out on the original DS, because the 3DS had just come out like a few weeks prior, and you know, the DS had an install base of over, I don't know how many it was at the time, but overall install base of over 150 million units. So it's a huge install base. It's like basically what the original Switch has now, and I think the Switch 2 has like 8 or so million. But the Switch 2 just came out a few months ago, so it still has a long life ahead of it. Yeah, but then when Pokemon Black and White 2 came out, it was already late 2012, and they both came out for the OG DS, and the 3DS had already been out for like at least like a year and a half at that point. And it wasn't even like when the 3DS first came out, it was really struggling on the market because it cost $250 and it didn't have a ton of amazing software at the very beginning. But then the 3DS got a price drop in that summer from $250 to $170. And after the price drop and some more compelling games came out, mostly Mario Kart 7 and Super Mario 3D Land, both that holiday, it enticed more people to go out and buy a 3DS. But the fact they were still making DS games until I think 2014 is when they officially discontinued it. Like, that's pretty impressive. Although, are they still supporting the PS4 and Xbox One, even though PS5 and Xbox Series X have been out for a while? I'm not sure. I'm running pretty low on health, but let's go to the next level. Crossing one dip. See, it's just surprising that they would put Black and White 2. I'm not surprised about the first Black and White being on the DS, that makes sense. I'm just more so surprised about Black and White 2 being on the 3DS. I mean, being on the DS instead of the 3DS. But, you know, like basically a year later, Pokemon X and Y came out, and I think that, so the next system I want to talk about is the Nintendo 2DS. And you see, the Nintendo 2DS came out, I think maybe the same day as Pokemon X and Y, either the same day or like around that time. And the reason that that's so significant is because the 2DS was like the cheaper alternative to the 3DS, except it cut out the 3D and it didn't have like a clamshell design. It had like this slab design, which at first I thought sounded kind of bad, but then I actually used one for myself because I had friends who had one, and I think my sister also had one, and I just was like, oh, this is actually really comfortable. So when the 2DS dropped to $80, I also bought one. But since my 3DS was already, like, I had the new 3DS XL, and I didn't want to like transfer all my games and stuff. basically what I did is I think I eventually sold my blue 2DS, but it was one of the $80 ones. It wasn't like the reverse colors where the blue is on the front and the black is on the sides and it's mostly blue. It was like some Black Friday bundle. It was just like the original 2DS, like the original blue 2DS where like the sides were black. I mean it was mostly black and the sides were blue. That's the one that I had. And I also had Pokemon X, and I loved that game to death. I had like 300 hours on it before I eventually sold that game, I'm pretty sure. Because I beat it like 5 times and I was just getting kind of bored. What? It's not a platform? It's kind of confusing though, you have a different color there. Oh well. But yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of 2DSs just became like Pokemon machines, like just a cheap alternative system. Like I think it started at $130 and then had its price drop to $80, which was already a good deal. But then you bundle Mario Kart 7 in for free, like that $80 for a system and a $40 3DS game. That's like you're spending $40 on the system and $40 on the game. Like that's a steal towards the end of the system's life. Like, that is an absolute, like, that is burglary. And that's just how good of a deal that is. So that's what I bought. And I did not feel ripped off in the slightest. And I did wind up selling it, I think, like, to GameStop or something. But for the time being, you know, I was very happy with that purchase. I remember I wouldn't shut up about my Nintendo 2DS to like all my friends and stuff, and they were probably like, oh my god, we get it, you have a 2DS, you're so cool. Yeah, I still, even though I don't have my old 2DS, I do plan on going back on to eBay and trying to get another one. I am planning for that. I got the carry case for the 2DS. Like, Nintendo made these officially licensed carrying cases for the 2DS, and they were actually pretty rare. And I found one on eBay for like $20, and I was pretty happy with that. So even though I don't have a 2DS, I still decided to buy it anyways because I was like, these are pretty rare, and I think it would just be nice to have for when I do buy a 2DS. Speaking of Pokemon, because I was just talking about that, I want to get Pokemon Legends ZA when it comes out in like 2 weeks. And then I want to do some unboxing gameplay similar to what I did recently with Super Mario Galaxy. I want to do that again. It was kind of like damage boosting at this point. Oh, was I supposed to get that, or do we go around to get that? Whatever was making the noise. Alright, we saved 2 hidden starries. We gotta save... We missed one, but that's fine. I'll just replay it on my own time, and then we'll get the 4th starry. We'll see if we can try and get the 4th starry this playthrough for this level. Oh, I see. This was the dodgies. We can't destroy them. They've got some really creative platforming going on. This is like... Oh, oops. I took a good chunk of damage. This is like the platforming from... This is like the Spring Mario from Mario Galaxy. I think I've said this before. Except it controls 10 times better than that game. Oh, we did it. We got the 4th starry. That's good. That's good. EX Volume 1 Lost Starry, that's cool. I haven't even 100% of the main game, as you saw before. I'm only 71% done. I got most of the Waddle Dees, but a lot of some of like the extra stuff, like the machines, like those slot machines or whatever, like I haven't bothered with that. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave it off for this episode. Next episode, we'll get into Spinning Dream Parade. Or at least that's my goal. I'm really enjoying this game so far, guys. And I know I got into a little tangent about talking about the 3DS and the 2DS, but I am sincerely passionate about the Nintendo 3DS family. It's like... I mean, I had a DS Lite and a Wii, but the 3DS is like my childhood system. There's so many good memories from Pokemon, Mario, Tomodachi Life, Miitopia. What else? Kirby, I played a little bit. I didn't play any Zeldas because back then I had zero interest in Zelda when I was like 5 years old, 6 years old. I had like zero interest in Zelda. But yes, 71% file 1. Why ever 100% this game? Probably not, because I'm lazy, but yeah, like I said, we're gonna get back into Spinning Dream Parade next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great night.